friends. I'm Karen, and this is the Family Food for Moms podcast. We're talking about inspiration for family cooking and dining. Today, we're going to be talking about 6 easy dinner ideas that you can make in less than an hour when you're stuck for dinner and you're not quite sure what to make. And then I'm also going to mention 5 easy but a little fancier 3-course meal ideas for those days when you want to do something a little special. And it's still got to be economical, it's still got to be easy. So here we go. Let's start with the 6 ideas for when you're stuck for dinner. Number 1, a chicken stir fry with vegetables and rice. So easy, saute your chicken breast in a pan with some coconut oil, add a little salt and some spices like paprika, onion powder, maybe a little bit of chili powder, and then a bit of garlic. Add some soy sauce or tamari, and then add some chopped vegetables like bell peppers or broccoli, zucchini, and cook those up. You can serve over rice or noodles. If you want an easier shortcut, use some pre-cut frozen vegetables or stir-fry vegetables that are pre-chopped for you. Number 2, build your own taco night or tortillas. So grab some tortillas, cook up some ground beef or chicken with taco seasoning, and then you could add a little tomato puree, and then serve it with shredded lettuce, chopped tomatoes, cheese, and avocado. Or you could add some canned beans or corn. Number 3, a 1-pan baked salmon with vegetables. So cook up your salmon fillets, starting with skin side down in the pan and then flipping them. Or you can do them on a baking tray with some chopped vegetables, but not too hard. So you want it to cook in the same time as the salmon. So not carrots, things like zucchini, cherry tomatoes, green beans are good options. Drizzle with some olive oil, lemon, salt, and pepper. And as I said, you can bake it all on a tray or you can cook it together in a pan. Helps to put a lid over it for a little bit to make sure the vegetables cook properly if you're doing it in the pan. Number 4, loaded sweet potatoes or potatoes. So roast some whole potatoes or sweet potatoes until they're soft. What you could do is cut them in half, long ways, and lay them flat side down with some olive oil and salt, and then they'll cook faster, and they're kind of easy to pile stuff on top of as well. You can use canned black beans or corn. You can do cheese and avocado, yogurt, sour cream, even try a cheese sauce, or you could put chicken and barbecue sauce on top, feta, etc. Number 5, sheet pan chicken fajitas. Great to do in the oven together at 200. Slice your chicken so that it cooks well, or hammer it a little flat. Add some sliced bell peppers, some onions. Toss it with olive oil, lime or lemon juice, and fajita seasoning. Then spread it out on your baking tray and bake that. And you can have it with wraps, some salsa, and some sour cream. And then number 6, lastly, pasta. You can cook up some pasta and toss it with basil pesto. And then we're going to add vegetables. So we're doing a baked pesto pasta with hidden veggies. So we want to add small or finely diced zucchini. It helps to pre-cook the zucchini a little bit. And then you toss it all together and bake until it's bubbly and golden. You can add a little bit of cream and grated mozzarella to that. Then here are some ideas for when you want to make dinner a little fancier, but still economical and very easy to make. So these are 5 easy 3-course meals that you can make for dinner that are not going to break the budget and not going to take a huge amount of time. They're simple enough that you can really enjoy the process and enjoy them with your family, even though they're a little bit fancier and planned out carefully. So here we go. Number 1, a Mediterranean chicken night. So start with some hummus. You can buy that at the store ready-made, or you can blend up some chickpeas and then take some pita breads and rip them up into triangles. Add some olive oil and some salt and crisp them up in the oven. They taste amazing. And then add some cucumber ribbons. You can slice the cucumber lengthways with a vegetable slicer, vegetable peeler, and add that to your plate for a delicious appetizer. Then for the main course, you can take some bone-in chicken thighs. They're much cheaper than the filleted chicken thighs, the boneless. So you're going to roast your chicken thighs with lemon juice, some herbs, some olive oil, salt, etc. And you just bake those in the oven. You can add a little bit of cream at the end. And then some roasted potatoes. Put some olive oil and salt or some butter and rosemary on the potatoes that are chopped up. Put them in the oven on a high temperature, like 400 degrees F, 200 C, and then roast those. And then for your side, you can do green beans. Just steam them and then, or stir fry them with some butter and a little bit of garlic. And then for dessert, very simple Greek yogurt with honey, a few nuts or a few berries sprinkled on top. Then an Italian meal, 3-course meal that you can do. So for your appetizer, do a caprese salad. So that would be tomato, buffalo mozzarella, or any kind of white mozzarella, and then some basil leaves or basil pesto, a little bit of olive oil and balsamic to finish it off. So if you've got big tomatoes, you can slice them and then alternate them with your mozzarella and your basil. If you've got baby tomatoes, then just put little bits on the plate with little pieces of mozzarella, some basil leaves or basil pesto around them. Then your mains for that Italian comfort night can be something like spaghetti carbonara. So that's very easy. If you've got a good quality pasta, the whiter the pasta, the better the quality and the better the taste, the flavor. You just need eggs, parmesan, and bacon. And then you cook up the pasta and then you add the eggs and the parmesan at the end. Cook up the bacon separately and add that as well. Delicious. If you find it's not quite coming together properly, you can add a tiny bit of cream. But apparently that's not the proper way to make it. According to my son, you need to use the egg. But I always like the flavor, adding a little bit of cream at the end, and it gives you a little bit more sauce. So up to you. Dessert, affogato. So get some good vanilla ice cream or make some. Our favorite recipe combines condensed milk, cream with a bit of vanilla and salt. And then you add a shot of espresso or just pour a bit of instant coffee or some decaf if it's the evening over the top. Number 3 would be steakhouse style. So a creamy cauliflower soup. Cauliflower soup's really easy to make. You can just buy some cauliflower, break it up in a pot, add some beef or chicken broth, and then a bit of salt. You can add some leeks or an onion, and then cook it up. It takes about half an hour to soften, maybe a bit longer sometimes, and then you blend it and add a little cheese and a little cream at the end. If you don't do dairy, then just leave those out and make sure it's seasoned nicely. Then for your main, you can add a thin steak, pan-seared, like a minute steak, add a bit of garlic butter, and do either mashed potatoes or crushed potatoes. Crushed potatoes are when you bake them whole and then you smash them with a potato masher, and then you add feta cheese, some oregano, some salt, parmesan, anything you feel like on top, and stick them back in the oven for a few minutes. You could do peas with that too. And then for your dessert, a chocolate mousse. You can easily buy chocolate mousse at the store, and you can add whipped cream on top if you like. And that's a great 3-course meal that you can relax, enjoy, be part of with your family. Make the table a little fancy, slow down, and enjoy together. Number 4, a cozy country dinner. Start with butternut or carrot ginger soup. For butternut soup, you can just add some diced butternut, a little bit of potato or sweet potato, a little bit of beef or chicken broth. Cook it up with some salt and then blend it at the end. Then for your main course, do a roast chicken or do chicken pieces like drumsticks. You can do gravy, some garlic mashed potatoes, and some peas. And then for desserts, a warm apple crumble with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. The apple crumble is really easy to use. You can use pie apples in a can. And then for your crumble, you use a combination of oats and flour and sugar and then a bit of butter to make it into a crumbly texture. It's easy to use a food processor to mix that up, crumble it on top, and then you bake it for a little bit. Of course, the apple needs a sauce, so you need an actual recipe for this. So go ahead and look one up. Then number 5, a French-inspired bistro meal. So this one, I'm going to leave some recipes below for this one. A good starter or appetizer would be baguette slices. You can crisp them up if you like, or just have them as is. Add some cheese, maybe a few different kinds of cheese with some grapes. Then for your mains, you can do a mustard chicken with herbed potatoes. The mustard chicken is cooked in a creamy Dijon mustard sauce. So that's the recipe I'll leave below for you. And then your herb potatoes, just use baby potatoes with some herbs. And again, the recipe is below there. This one's nice to add a simple green salad with a lemon vinaigrette. And that recipe is also there down below. And then for dessert, you can do a simple vanilla custard. Just grab some vanilla custard from the store or make up your own. It's very easy. So this feels elegant. The way you serve it in small dishes will add to its appeal, but it's really easy. So there you go, quick 5 meals of 3 courses that you can do with your family to make it a little more elegant than usual, a little more interesting, but not too much work and not too much money. So happy cooking. I hope you're inspired to do some good cooking. Hopefully next week my croaky voice will be completely better. But thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.